Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another enlightening video. The Great Storm event has returned once again, bringing with it intense battles, valuable rewards, and one of the most challenging bosses in Hero Wars. But the real question today is, can Guus replace Dorian in the best team for the Storm boss? We've seen Guus enter the meta with promising healing potential, but is that enough to outperform Dorian's vampirism aura and his powerful synergy with high damage teams? In this video, I'm going to test this hypothesis directly. I'll show you both team compositions in action, analyze their performance, and reveal which healer truly secures a one-shot victory. I did miss recording the very start of my run, so for context, I'll include some footage from previous Great Storm events. This way, you'll get a complete picture of the strategy, pathing, and buffs used along the way. By the end of this video, not only will you know the best team to use, but you'll also understand why one healer clearly outshines the other in this specific event. Let's dive in. Before taking on the Storm boss, the first step is to gather as much storm resistance as possible. These buffs dramatically reduce the damage taken from the Storm boss's devastating attacks and ensure your heroes survive long enough to deliver their strongest skills. To collect 180 storm resistance, you need to plan your path carefully. The full route requires 40 spaces, 39 movement points to explore the map and collect buffs, and one final point reserved for the boss battle itself. Don't rush, start with the weaker battles first to build momentum and collect storm resistance from each victory along the way. This efficient path allows you to grab the 3 altars of power as well, which are key to amplifying your team's effectiveness. Now let's talk about the altars. At the first altar, I chose the 20% increase to pure damage. This buff is a game changer for heroes like Zeus, Orion, and Augustus. With Augustus on the team, his superconductivity skill converts magic damage into pure damage, so both he and Orion benefit massively from this bonus. Zeus also deals pure damage with his active skill, so this buff elevates the entire team's offensive output against the boss. At the second altar, the focus shifts to survivability. I selected the 20% increase to healing. The Storm boss doesn't hold back, his damage comes hard and fast, so sustaining your team is just as important as dealing damage. Boosting healing output ensures your team stays alive through the boss's toughest phases, especially when combined with a strong healer like Dorian or Guus. At the third altar, I went with the well-rounded 20% boost to both magic and physical attack. This supports the whole lineup. Zeus and Isaac benefit from the physical attack boost, while Augustus and Orion gain from the magic attack portion. Even healing from Dorian scales with magic attack, so the entire team benefits from this final upgrade. With buffs secured and resistance at maximum, I then tested 2 team setups, one with Guus, and one with Dorian. Let's start with the team using Guus. I placed Guus with Oliver, Zeus with Vex, Orion with Axel, Augustus with Albus, and Isaac with Mara. The active pet was Axel, chosen for his team-wide damage dispersion and bonus healing to the lowest health hero. Now, in theory, Guus should help keep the team alive by absorbing lethal blows with his Guardian Guus skill. However, a major issue quickly became apparent. Guus stands in front of Isaac. This positioning disrupts the entire flow of the team. In the Dorian version of this team, Isaac takes frontline hits, gains energy quickly, and unleashes his powerful control and damage skills. But with Guus up front, Isaac falls behind in energy gain and activation, making the team far less effective. Worse still, Guus's healing simply doesn't scale as well. Guus heals based on his own physical attack and periodically triggers his healing pulse. But that's not enough to match the healing power of Dorian's vampirism aura, which ties healing directly to damage dealt by all allies. Let's move to the Dorian team, which features the same core damage dealers but with much better synergy. In this version, I used Dorian with Merlin, Zeus with Vex, Orion with Axel, Augustus with Albus, and Isaac with Oliver. The active pet once again is Axel, providing a defensive backbone to absorb splash damage and apply focused healing where it's needed most. This time, Dorian's vampirism aura allowed every basic and skill-based attack to also trigger healing. With Zeus, Augustus, and Orion dealing massive amounts of pure damage, and Isaac delivering brutal physical strikes, every attack simultaneously heals the team. That's not just more healing, it's smarter healing. Dorian doesn't need to target, or wait for cooldowns. The vampirism aura simply scales with damage dealt. The more your heroes hit, the more they heal. And when all four main damage dealers are firing off high damage skills repeatedly, the healing becomes virtually endless. This constant sustain allowed me to one-shot the Storm boss with the Dorian team. Guus, despite being a great hero in some scenarios, simply couldn't match Dorian's synergy in this event. His positioning weakened Isaac, his healing fell short in high damage scenarios, and he couldn't provide the same level of consistent sustain that Dorian's vampirism aura delivers. Let's summarize why Dorian remains the best healer for the Great Storm. First, Dorian's vampirism aura directly scales with the team's damage output. This is ideal in a setup where all heroes are high output damage dealers: Zeus, Orion, Augustus, and Isaac. Second, Dorian's position in the backline allows Isaac to stand in front, gain energy quickly, and apply his essential control and armor penetration skills. Guus being in front of Isaac creates a tactical disadvantage. Third, with the pure damage boost from the altar, Augustus and Orion hit even harder. That additional damage directly boosts healing via Dorian's aura, something Guus cannot replicate with his static healing abilities. Fourth, Dorian's healing is passive and constant. No need to rely on timing or skill activation. Guus, in contrast, needs to activate healing manually, and even then, it's based on his physical attack stat, which isn't enough to keep the team alive during intense boss phases. Finally, the synergy between Dorian and Axel as the active pet creates a stable and nearly unkillable formation. Axel's healthy snack skill increases healing received by the weakest ally, perfectly complementing Dorian's team-wide sustain. In short, while it was worth testing Guus, the result is clear. The best team to one-shot the Storm boss remains Isaac, Zeus, Orion, Augustus, and Dorian, with Axel as the active pet, and Dorian's aura keeping the entire team in perfect sync. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried using Guus in the Great Storm event? Did you notice the same positional issue with Isaac? Or have you found other creative ways to use Guus effectively? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I read every one of them, and I love seeing the ideas and experiments you all bring to the game. And if you found this deep dive helpful, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you never miss out on the latest Hero Wars strategies and event breakdowns. Stay curious, keep testing, and as always, salute and friendship.